The Embassy of the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela culminated its first stage of the eye operations at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital on Tuesday. Patients with various eye ailments turned out for the operations. The miracle mission started in 2005 after the signing of the Sardino Commitment between former presidents of Venezuela, Hugo Chavez, and Cuba, Fidel Castro, for the visual health care totally free of charge for patients in both countries and in Latin America and the Caribbean. The operations that were done over the past few days marked the completion of this process, since the goal was to treat patients who had a second surgery pending. The completion of this phase in St. Vincent and the Grenadines increases the total number of surgeries to 4,364,310 of them by the Venezuelan team and 4,054 by Cuban team that came in previous years. While delivering his independence message, Governor General Sir Frederick Ballantyne said that he is proud of the gains we have made in healthcare here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Let me say, as a physician, I am very proud of the gains we have made in health. Our infant and maternal mortality rates are very low. Our children are 100% immunized. We no longer see children dying from malnutrition. There are many more health clinics, and we can boast of an excessive amount of healthcare professionals, especially nurses and physicians.
Sir Frederick Ballantyne, however, said that increased diseases and chronic illness is damaging the country's finances.
The increase in incidence of hypertension, diabetes, and obesity, plus the emergence of new mosquito-borne diseases such as chikungunya and Zika, put tremendous pressures on the state's finances.
The Governor General said that the numerous complaints of the delivery of health care suggest that it is indeed in need of revision.
Furthermore, there are numerous complaints of the healthcare delivery system, which would lead one to believe that it is indeed in need of revision. All developed countries battle with the problem of the delivery of health care. For example, the systems in the United States of America, Britain, and Canada are all different. Having been exposed, granted in a superficial way, to many different systems, I am left to conclude, like many experts in the field, that the Cuban model of healthcare delivery is best for our underdeveloped countries. And I will strongly recommend that we investigate this model to ascertain if it is the best one for St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
The SVG National Red Cross Society launched a pilot climate change adaptation project at the local Red Cross Society headquarters on Wednesday, October 19, 2016. In attendance were participants from the selected communities for the pilot project, stakeholders from the Ministry of Economic Planning, Sustainable Development, Ministry of Education, Forestry Department, the Central Water and Sewage Authority, CWSA, the Calypsonian Association, the National Parks, Rivers and Beaches Authority, and the National Emergency Management Organization, NEMO. On October 26th to the 28th, we'll see the convention of the Eastern Caribbean Telecommunications Authority in Montego Bay, Jamaica. In attendance will be Managing Director Ember Charles and the Director of Economics and Finance, Cheryl Hector. They are expected to be joined by OECS representatives and NTRC Director Apollo Knights of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Knight will present on utilizing a Universal Service Fund, a case study, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The theme for this year's conference is Creating a Spectrum of Opportunities in the Caribbean. Other topics that are to be discussed are regulating media and communication, local opportunities, and global challenges. Paradise Malone handbags located at Willen Hill will be hosting an exhibition and fashion show on the 29th of October 2016. Creates a collection of ready-to-wear handbags and made-to-order services. Available are classic and abstract designs using mixed media and bold splashes of color. Sturdy, strong, and functional, made in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. As this country's House of Parliament meets today, several questions are expected to be asked and answered. One of the questions highly anticipated is that of whether or not this country's Deputy Prime Minister, Sir Lewis Straker, is still a U.S. citizen. The opposition leader, Honorable Arnhem Eustace, along with others, are seeking to have answers to the questions they intend to impose on the administration of the ULP, headed by Dr. Ralph Gonsalves. The government is expected to answer questions in relation to the Argyle International Airport, the fiscal standing of this country, and the assets of the state-owned company National Properties. A total of 19 bills will be looked at when the House meets today. Effective November 14, 2016, services offered to the Grenadine Islands by Grenadine Airlines are expected to resume. Flights will be available on the following days: Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Flight 141 will leave mainland St. Vincent to Canouan and Union Island at 8:15 a.m., while Flight 411 will leave the Iti Joshua Airport at 8:45 a.m. to Canouan and Union Island. These flights are in addition to the 10 a.m. flight, and the check-in time is 1 hour before departure. Last week, Wednesday, Selwyn Lewis became homeless due to the total destruction of his home by fire at Diamond. The young man, who is in dire straits, now makes an appeal for help. Here's more.
Hi, my name is Selwyn Lewis of Diamond Village Estate. I'm a young farmer that just lost my house last Wednesday night. My house was burned down with fire. I don't have no idea who do it. Right now I'm homeless. I'm still in my yard because I have sheep and goat and pigs that I still gotta take care of and know where to live. So I'm just making an appeal to the general public to give me some assistance in any way. A politician and to give me some assistance in any way so that I could build back a structure, so I could continue my life and take care of my animals. Thanks very much.
Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves on the OMG Talk Show disclosed that the Argyle International Airport will start up with 2 flights, one commercial and the other cargo. The Prime Minister responded to a question being asked by many Vincentians as to which airlines will service this destination. Prime Minister Gonsalves said to talk show host Bing Joseph that the Argyle International will start with Liat and Amerijet, and then others will follow.
Well, I anticipate that what will happen at Argyle is that we will start first with Liat and the Amerijet. In fact, I just gave my secretary yesterday afternoon when I came back from Barbados an appointment for the Amerijet people because they wanted to come and see me sometime next week. It was always intended that we will start up, and Garth, who heads AIA, is strong on this, and so too is Glen Beach, who is interfacing with the airlines, the international airlines. We will start with Liat and Amerijet for a few weeks, and because the international carriers want to know the specific date on which you're starting to operate.
When asked who the others would be, the Prime Minister had this to say. In response to another question regarding engineer Glenn Stewart, saying that the Argyle International would not be operational before December 2018, the Prime Minister also had this to say. The Prime Minister said he is focused on doing his work.
No. We have others lined up, and I'm not going to talk to you today about those. You'll hear those announcements.
Yeah, but lined up is not confirmation. That's what you mean? Lined up is not confirmation?
No, because we are waiting on the dates. We're waiting on the actual, when the airport is actually opened. And we will begin first with Liat and with Amerijet, with bigger Amerijets. Of course, you can have big charter aircraft and so on, but the regular flights will come when they know we have opened and put it in their system.
Among the improvements outlined by Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves for a critical review of the schedule, fewer routes, removing non-performing routes, and training of frontline staff for Liat. On the issue of taxes, Liat is to submit a request to the CDB in support for a study of the impact of proposed reduction taxes. Liat currently operates in 9 ATRs and is expected to acquire 10th in November. The sporting highlights are up next with Johnny Richardson. Stay with us.